Hey everyone, welcome back. This is my review of Glasslip episode 9. Now, before I get into this episode in general, I have two theories based on last week's episode, okay, that I didn't actually think about when I was watching last week's episode. Okay, the first theory that I have is actually based on that scene of the future that Toko saw, which, she and we too kind of thought that she was envisioning herself kissing David. Okay. However, and someone actually did tell me, did cue me in on this, that it actually might be Yuki instead, because it actually looks more like Yuki than David. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I didn't even notice that when I watched the episode. And the other one is one that someone cued me in on as well. Okay, and this person, I don't remember who it was, but this person basically said something along the lines of this black snow might be symbolic of a nuclear winter. Okay, and just follow me with this. His explanation basically had to do with that scene where Toko saw or envisioned the glass breaking and whatnot. All right, and what happens when you set a bomb? Well, lots of people are probably going to die, but the glass breaking could possibly be symbolic of a bomb being set off. And then in terms of the black snow, I'm guessing the way that would clue in there is like it's supposed to be like really somber and whatnot, or really sad. That's what I'm guessing, anyways, how the black snow would figure into there. But okay, and those are two theories that I actually didn't come up with myself. A couple of people actually told me them, basically. So I just wanted to say them here in the beginning of this video before I get into this week's episode of Glasslip. Okay. So, this week's episode of Glasslip. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Glasslip has a terrible tendency of like having great episodes with lots of plot progression, and then the next episode, for the most part, really kind of dull. And unfortunately, this episode up to the end is really kind of dull. So I mean, the animation sucks. It really does. And so I'm gonna skip all the way to the end of the episode right here. Right, the end of the episode was really interesting. And are we just about to witness Sachin come out and confess her feelings for Toko and go full blown Yuri on it? Because that's kind of what it looked like to me. Okay, and obviously that would cause a lot of drama because Hiro would be devastated, because even though he's having his doubts about Sachin right now, I think that he's still in love with her, like in general, So obviously he'd be devastated. Toko, I don't think, would know what to do. I mean, she can barely wrap her head around her falling in love with David, let alone if her best friend told her that she was in love with her. And not to mention, it'd be interesting to see how both David and Yuki would deal with this, because obviously I'm fairly certain that they're both in love with Toko. Okay, so that is something that I noticed at the end there, because I very much loved the final scene in general. Okay, everything up to there was actually kind of dull. There were a few like humorous points, such as the stuff with Toko's younger sister, I don't remember what her name is, and Yanagi. Toko's younger sister is basically at Yanagi's house, and Yanagi was giving her new clothes that she doesn't fit her anymore, and yada yada yada. So that was a pretty entertaining scene, but other than that, it was pretty dull up to the final scene in the episode, which was really well done. The animation still kind of sucked, but it was really well done in terms of the atmosphere and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure that's a confession, which we'll probably see next week. Okay. I mean, like I said before, the series has a tendency to have like great episodes, and then it has a dull episode, but at the end it has a great scene and a cliffhanger. Okay. Or even if it doesn't have a great scene, it's some sort of a cliffhanger making you want to go to the next episode, even though the rest of that episode was dull. Okay. So, yeah. And this episode was a prime example of that, definitely, where most of the episode was pretty dull for the most part, but the ending scene was amazing. Or not amazing, but it was really good, I thought. And that cliffhanger at the end here is definitely going to make me watch the next episode. Now, the series is coming to a close. We're at episode 9. It's supposed to be like 13 episodes in it, I think, so there's only going to be like 4 episodes left in the series, so it makes me wonder how exactly they're going to conclude it. Especially since we still don't know how Toko is able to see into the future. It's like, I really hope they don't pull the bullshit explanation and basically just say, fuck you, that's why. Okay, because I'm going to be raging if they don't fucking explain it. Alright? Really. I mean, at this point, I would prefer a half-assed explanation than no explanation at all. Okay. Anyways. Overall, a good episode only for the ending. Okay. That's really all I have to say on the episode. So, anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.